week. Welcome back to our webinar series 10 Talks, Short Talks, Big Ideas Shared Locally. If you've been with us for earlier sessions, you'll know we've been talking to some incredible speakers. We were joined last week, not last week, 2 weeks ago by Trisha Vickers, who shared her journey into practice nursing and some great advice on how to get your name on a clinic room door, which was a massive proud moment for her. So catch that on YouTube or go on our website. I'm your host, Carla Ramitis. I'm the workforce lead and director of Joy for Cheshire and Merseyside Training Hub. If you don't know what we do, we attract, grow and retain workforce within primary care. We cover the whole of Cheshire and Merseyside, which is one of the largest ICBs in England. If it's your first session, you're in for a great conversation today. And don't forget, you can catch up online if you've missed it. So just kick back, relax, no need for cameras. You're going to be muted and you'll have the opportunity to ask some questions later. I'm really excited to introduce today Wendy Brooke. In this session, you'll hear how Wendy, nearly after 12 years as a healthcare assistant, has took a huge leap into university later in life, despite the doubts about fitting in, juggling responsibilities and keeping up academically. Wendy's going to share with us today honest highs and lows about retraining whilst working and strategies that have kept her motivated. It's not just proof that it's never too late to invest yourself, and it's also some inspiration for you that you can always aim higher. Please welcome Wendy Brooke.
Hi.
Hi, Wendy. So let's jump in. What made you say yes to go into university later in life?
Well, I knew that there was some funding out there for being able to go to university, because I've never been able to, in my head, never been able to afford to go to university, giving up a job when you've got a family and everything. So I thought, well, the funding's there, just need to make that step and try and get my employers on board to get me into the training world. So I'm very fortunate of having a very good leader who I work with, who is very proactive on training. And the minute I said I wanted to do this course, she was straight on the keyboard asking everybody who she knew how to get me going and get me on this course. So that's how I ended up here. The reasons for coming was because I feel like I've come to the top of my healthcare assistant journey, as it's so to speak, and I thought, what's my next step? I need to be a nurse, but thinking about it in the long run, it's a long journey, 4 years to become a nurse. A nursing associate is ideal. I get to do near enough everything that the nurses do, and I do not have to, subscribe to the 4 years, although I have been told I can top up and do that if I want to.
So now you're on that pathway into...
I'm on that pathway now, yeah. So I'm not an academic person. I'm a doer more than a thinker. So this has been a big step for me. So I'm learning slowly, but I'm thinking to myself now, actually, I might be able to do the top up, but I don't know yet. I'm just seeing how we go.
So it's been a bit of a confidence builder then, would you say, in terms
very, yeah. So I feel like now I've just submitted today one of my final pieces. So I'll see how that goes. If I get a good score on that, then it'll just give me more confidence to keep doing it and improving and getting better.
It's an apprenticeship that you're on, is that right, Wendy?
It is. It does have an apprenticeship side to it as well. So that's how they get the funding to provide the programme to us. Yeah.
And make it accessible to you, like you were saying. If money is a factor why everybody can't afford to go to university, that's a great route in.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So obviously uni is a big deal, especially if you've never learnt academically before and you know your type of learning style, as you said. What was one of the biggest things you was worried about before starting, and do you think you were right to worry about it?
No. What my biggest fear was that all these people here would be really, really young, fresh out of school, and that me being 55, 56 now, actually, I'm
Never.
56 coming into this environment, oh, they're going to all think I'm, an old biddy and I shouldn't be here. But actually, it's not a bit like that. I mean, we're all different ages. I am the oldest in the group. I knew that when I started that I would be. But yeah, it's been really, really good. I feel like I learn a lot from them and they actually learn a lot from me because I've got a lot of experience. So
That 12 years of wiseness, I'm sure, is really beneficial to your peers.
yeah.
For those
Well,
that
in the
don't.
healthcare profession, I've been wise for a lot longer than that, Carla. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
But okay, so what surprised you the most about being a student again then?
I think because I'm older, I want to learn more. I want to do it rather than when you're in, early education. I didn't really want to be there. Well, I'd rather do anything other than be in school.
Yeah,
We
the
won't go into
focus.
that. We won't go into that. But now I've got the drive and ambition to do it. So
It's the right
yeah,
time for you.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like I should have done it a lot sooner. But I'm here, and that's it. I'm doing it.
So we hear a lot about that sort of the time that people have and how they have to juggle certain things, especially if you are in a position in your life where you have got other responsibilities. We find that as people do get older, they have more responsibilities and it's a bigger juggle. How do you manage that, and what keeps you motivated to do that, Wendy?
So I'm not going to lie, it has been hard trying to juggle it because I do have a really busy, active social life. I'm out most nights of the week.
It's
I
getting
do
in the
that
way of having
deliberately.
fun.
I want to be like that. I don't want to be stuck at home. So it's been really hard. So it's like snatching 5 minutes here and there to do some reading or to do some, others. But there is time in the program for you to do those things. So it's not all been, sitting in the house all night doing it. It has, when it comes to the final things, I have been doing a lot of that. But I just think, well, it'll be worth it in the end. So that's what keeps me going. But
Yeah, a little
you
bit of
know,
sacrifice of that time.
yeah. So I have, to be honest, I've not made too many sacrifices. I've worked around it. Yeah,
That's really great. So there's enough
yeah,
flexibility in there then.
yeah. You can do it if you want to do it.
What would you say to someone who's thinking, it's far too late for me to go back to uni? What would
Definitely
you?
not. Definitely not too late. I don't think
No.
it's too late for anybody really. And I just think when you look around, not in my cohort, but when you look around the university, there's loads of older people. It's not just kids in the corridors, it's everybody. So it's like, it was very daunting coming at first, but I don't feel like a standout or anything. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's been the proudest thing for you so far then, being in uni?
Oh, um, I don't know. I can't think of the proudest thing. Well, I suppose
What a
achieving my first score on one of my assignments that I sent in.
brilliant.
And then actually the second one that I sent in, I got a better score. So that was quite proud, a proud moment. Did give myself a clap, for getting a
That's
bit
good.
better. Yeah. But the best thing about it is making friends. I've got loads of friends, but I've made more. And they're really close friends now as well.
I'm wondering about your placements as well. What about the physical element of it? And
Oh, that
um,
has been mega hard, honest to God. My first placement was in a hospital, and I've never been in a hospital environment working in my life. So that was a major challenge. But that did make me feel proud actually to know that I'd done that. I stuck it out. Is
yeah,
is what is how I say I managed the 4 weeks. I could have give up from the first day. I could have
yeah.
give up, but I didn't. and I kept going, and I made a change in that hospital. In my opinion, I made an actual change. So
That's huge,
that was,
especially being a student, to come and
yeah.
give that insight into
But my
somebody else.
second placement has been fabulous. That's with the district nurses team. They were absolutely brilliant. From everybody who I worked with was brilliant, all different, you know, as everybody is, all work differently, you know, but so welcoming. The work was really good and rewarding. Going out, meeting people, finding out the circumstances, making a change, making, you know, every contact count. You know, it's been really, really good. So that was a really good one. I hope they can all be like that, but I can't guarantee it, you know.
You sound really determined, and I
Yeah.
think, you know, you've mentioned a lot of things to be proud of. What really stuck out for me was the fact that you've had this real breadth of experience in your placements, and then actually you're building confidence still as you're going through the program.
See, I'm learning stuff in all the aspects that I can take back to my own practice. You know, so I know now that I can, instead of going getting the nurse to come in to look at things, I'll probably be able to do that myself now, having that bit of more knowledge and experience. Yeah.
That's
So,
cracking.
yeah.
Thanks so much, Wendy. Can you believe that's been 10